Hey? No, but you see, we've got all these kids here. Yeah, we can't talk about marriage tonight. So what are we going to talk about? Chennai, What are we talking about? Last night it was wisdom. Did you enjoy that message last night? So you kids can ask anything and I'll talk about it tonight. Are you ready for your 3-hour wisdom session tomorrow? You can do 6 hours. Grace, you don't even sit still here for like 10 minutes. Yeah, she's like, I can do 6 hours. And what she's saying is, I can leave you guys to do 6 hours. Okay, girls, so what do you want me to talk about tonight? What? I didn't ask you. I'm like asking the teenagers, what would you like me to talk about? And then one of the grown-ups is like, they need to hear about respecting parental authority. Is your name, you're going to change your name to Karen now. It's Karen, not Karen, because the Karens are awesome. It's a Karen. Yes. Relationships. Like teenage relationships. Not boys. So you don't want me to talk about boys. I can tell you about boys. What class of creature is Lucy? A dog. What class of creature is Lily? A dog. Very good. What class of creature is Sashi? A dog. What class of creature is Arushka? What class of creature are teenage boys? Dogs. Now you understand. That's all you need to know about boys. They're exactly like dogs. You think they're talking to you because they're interested in what you have to say. They're only interested in what you have to give. Eh? Dogs will do anything for food. And you'll say, I'd like to talk to you about the exceptional scientific and mathematic probabilities of existentialism if you summarize it down into, like a kind of philosophical, scientific, mathematic understanding. And then that guy will look at you and go, yes, I agree. Let's talk about that. But okay, so what do you want to know about relationships? How to be friends with people. Like a fake friend. All friends are fake, but I'm listening. Yeah, all friends are fake. If you really enjoy that person, but sometimes they're fake. Okay. Well, you know the most fakest of people. It's good to start with the fakest person and then reverse engineer, like work your way back so that when people are slightly less fake than the fakest person, it's not so bad. So what you do is to find the fakest person. You go to the bathroom, right, and you look in the mirror, and there it is. Fake Fakington of the Fakeables. You understand? So we are all very, very fake people because what is it that makes us... Because, this morning I saw someone really fake. He was brushing his teeth. He had a beard like this, and I was watching this guy brush his teeth, like this red beard, and these kind of blue eyes, suitcases under his eyes. Looks like something his wife found under a bridge and cleaned up and said, that looks nice. Anyway, but I was watching this fake person brushing his hair. I said, I'm onto you. And when I said, I'm onto you, he said exactly the same thing back to me at exactly the same time. His finger did exactly what my finger did and everything. Except I was using my right hand and he was using his left hand. Yeah, I said, you fake, I'm onto you. And he said, exactly the same time. I was like, Jinx, you owe me a Coke. And he was like, Jinx, you owe me a Coke. But exactly the same time. It was so crazy. Hey, Grace, can you figure out? It was, yeah, yes? It's the mirror, yes. Sherry's like, what is this? Everything I did, this idiot did. I was like, don't copy me. And he was like, don't copy me. But he says it exactly the same time, like he's reading my mind. He knew exactly what I was going to say. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to talk to you about how to deal with fake people. Okay, first off, remember that all relationships are negotiations. Most people go into the relationship for what they want out of that relationship, and they don't really care much what the other person wants. And often, those rare people who go into a relationship for somebody else, they're very, very rare. They end up having to carry those relationships. They have to put up with selfish people. But they're so rare, man. So when you go into relationships, usually, it's like I'm very selfish in a relationship. Very, very selfish. I go into the relationship and I'm like, okay, this is what I want to feel. I want to feel peace and I want to have fun. Those are my two priorities. So if someone is like dramatic and they fight all the time and I have to manage that relationship, then this is what I look like. I'm like, yeah. And when they want to hang out with me, I'm like, oh, I'd love to, but I'm so like busy right now. I'm like, I have to feed my goldfish. You don't have a goldfish. In my mind. I have to drink water. Yeah, I have to drink water with fish food in it. No, most relationships are pretty selfish, and if you think someone is fake, so that means they're not being real with you, not being honest with you. It means you have an expectation in that relationship. And let's all say this together. Everybody say, expectation is selfish. So if you go into a relationship expecting stuff from the other person, that's why many marriages suffer. Because people go into that marriage with expectations. Most expectations are unreal. Do you know what an expectation is? It's when you expect someone to act a certain way, when you expect someone to be a certain way. Teenagers be teenaging on them phones again. So when people, like when they get married, you'll see they fight the whole time because they're fighting for the fruition. That means the fruit on the tree. They're fighting for the fruition of their expectations. So not accepting that person for who they are and helping that person. You might as well let that little Satan in here to hang out with the girls. That's probably what. Let the devil into the church. That's Sashi barking like that outside. Our puppy. She chews all my cables the whole time. Luckily, she's stopped now, probably because she's run out of cables to eat. Anyway, so if you want good friends, you create good friends. There's always two sides to a relationship. The person carrying the relationship and the person who's the leech. And usually the leech gets angry at the other person and calls them fake. You see, because they've got expectations. They say, I expect this relationship to be like this and like that. Now, I had a girlfriend or two like that, and they put their hands on their hips like this, and then they say, listen, I feel this and this and this, and I want this and this and this out of this relationship. And then I say, yes, you want a lot out of this relationship. I just want out of this relationship. and then they cry, and then I leave, and then I don't care because it's very, very selfish. So if you want to go into a relationship and have an awesome relationship, you go in for the other person, and you decide whether or not that investment is worth the time and the energy. And if it's too much heavy lifting, like the moment somebody calls me fake, our relationship is over. You see? So if someone comes to me and says, "You're a fake friend," then I'll say, "You're a lonely one." Because I'm not your friend anymore. Because friendship is so complicated. That's why I don't really have friends. I have very, very, very few people who I call friends. I've got brothers and sisters. Because brothers and sisters can fight and still love each other. But friends are hard work. A true friend tells you your weaknesses. A true friend will tell you, like, "Veronica, can I have a word with you, please?" A friend says to Veronica, "The way you were speaking to the girls with that tone of voice was a little bit hurtful, don't you think?" You know? And then Veronica will say, "Thank you for telling me that. I'll do my best to tone down my tone." A bad friend would be like, "Veronica, the way you spoke to those people was very hurtful." And then Veronica's bad response would be, "Well, if they don't want me to talk to them in a horrible tone, they've got to behave themselves." See, that's called? Anybody know? I've been teaching you what's that called? When you make it somebody else's fault for your bad behavior, it's called? Very good. Gaslighting. Yeah, that's the term. It's called gaslighting. So let's say Sherry walks in there. "Hello, Sashi Poo. There you go. You got your own way now." Thank you, Mr. Nathan. So, yes. Are you and Grace fighting every day? Well, but often, because you're brother and sister. Well, as you grow up, you'll hopefully fight less and less and less, because you'll realize that as you grow older, that's the only person you really know. Brothers and sisters. Like my sisters and I, we haven't fought since we were teenagers. And that was like 20-something years ago. We haven't fought once since then. So the way to have healthy relationships, are you still with me? If you want healthy relationships, you go into that relationship and you treat it as if it was an investment. And you decide, is this worth an investment? And you say, can I be like a sister or a brother to this person? And then you decide, okay, even if we fight, I'm not going to say terrible things to this person or about this person. Excuse me. And if you feel that someone is fake, don't call them fake. Go and talk to them about the thing they did or said that hurt you. But don't paint people with the brush. Don't say, you're stupid, you're ugly, you're fake, you always do this. Don't say always. Never say always. Don't say you always do this. Because maybe they do it once there, under special circumstances. And then yes? Yeah, it's good. You say sorry and you hug. Remember, you and your sister must always try and get on, because as you get older, you're going to have a lot of friends come and go, and you're going to have a lot of other family members come and go, and relationships come and go, but you'll always have each other, a brother and a sister. That's why in families where brothers and sisters aren't talking to each other, it's so sad, you know. It's so sad. But yeah, so relationships must always be about the other person. But what about me? I've got needs. The best way to get your needs met is to meet other people's needs. And that's also how you mature faster. when you make everything revolve around you, people are forced to be fake around you. That's why I have very, very few friends, because like let's say Pastor Gert. So what I like about Pastor Gert is we respect and love each other both at a level where we're both nervous to hurt each other's feelings. You see, we respect and honor each other so much that when we speak to each other, we're both very, very honorable. If anybody's heard me have a conversation with Pastor Gert, it's like we call each other Pastor, and we use the word dear. You know, it's like, dear Pastor Gert, it is so wonderful to speak to you. It's even like Sherry knows another one of my friends, Uncle Murray. So people will know him differently if they work with him and for him, you know. But the way we talk to each other is very encouraging. We'll never ever say something terrible to each other. If we miss each other's calls, we are like, I am so sorry I missed your call. I really value speaking to you. You know, that's how we talk to each other. It sounds strange, eh? There's a lot of people around the world, when I speak to them, we speak to each other like that. Then I know, okay, my heart is safe with that person. But if someone ices you, sulks, just walks away when you're in a conversation, turns their head away from you, that's not a safe person to be in a relationship with. And if you're doing stuff like that, that's why it's so important for you to say, how can I not be the fake-a-doodle? That's why I speak to the guy in the mirror. And I talk to him and say, hey, and then he says to me, hey, and he does exactly, and he copies me. And I'm like, hey, and he's like, hey. And I'm like, huh? And he's like, hmm. I'm like, And my eyebrows go up and down. He's like he's reading my mind. Sherry, you must check it out. Eh? Jenna's going to go in the mirror just now. Hey. Hey. Eh? Denise is going to look in the mirror, and that person's going to look back and say, hi. You're so nice. So how was your day? I was gonna ask you how your day was. Yeah, the key is the world is full of fake people, but Jesus says, do unto others as you would have done, or as you want them to do to you. So if you don't want people to be fake to you, then don't be fake to them. Yeah. So do the opposite of fake, because nobody wants to be the bad guy. We all want to be the good guy. We all want to go into a relationship and say, you know, I'm the good person. That's why we gaslight each other. So you can imagine me and Uncle Jared over there. We're walking down the path together, and then I'll say, I've got an idea. We should throw potatoes over the fence into the neighbor's yard, and then he grows the potatoes for us. And Jared says, well, then they're his potatoes. That's a stupid idea. And then I'm like, did you just call me stupid? And Jared's like, no, I said the idea was stupid. And then I go to Sherry, and then I say, Uncle Jared just called me stupid. And then you go to him and you say, you called... No, you actually go to all your friends. Can you believe it? Who does he think he is to call my uncle stupid? I had a friend. And then all of you go like, to each other. Can you believe it? Then Uncle Jared's walking down there, and everybody's like looking at him like, you know, fun of skin, calling the Pastor Andrew stupid. Obviously, he knows better about everything. And then he sits in church and he can't figure out, like, why's everybody moving away from me when I sit down? Why doesn't anybody want to greet me? Why is it so cold in here? So instead of me putting the expectation, so if he says, that's a stupid idea, and then instead of me saying, why do you think it's a stupid idea? Instead of getting defensive and saying, did you just call me stupid? Where's the other microphone? Where's the crowd mic? Is it over? So can the people who are listening hear the crowd? Hey, there's some people who fight with me when they can't hear the crowd. It's fine. You can just do it for tomorrow. Definitely for the worship tomorrow. We must make sure people can hear the crowd. Anyway, so to have a healthy relationship, make it about the other person. Everybody say, make it about the other person. What happens if the other person's like horrible? Then manage them. You know what a manager does? He manages that person. Then you're like, okay, well, it's a little bit hard to be in a relationship with this person. I'm counting the cost, and that's some heavy lifting. So I think I'm just going to get busy. And you figure out a nice way. Don't gossip about that person, or you can speak to them, But the more selfish you are, the more you'll kind of judge everybody around you. Kind people who are not selfish figure out ways to carry other people and to even carry horrible people and say to them, don't say that, that wasn't very nice. And then they'll say, excuse me, who are you to tell me, someone who loves you. I just don't want you to lose your friends. Like help people, help each other. I've done that a lot. When I was in school, if I saw someone bullying someone, I say, hey, don't bully them. And they say, what you going to do about it? And then unfortunately, my response to that question wasn't always good. Because usually when a bully asked me, what you going to do about it? They were usually like holding their cheek or holding their nose afterwards saying, what was that for? You asked. So I'm not saying, I don't think girls should be smacking each other. But if you see someone being nasty, immediately say, don't be nasty. That's not right. We must love each other. We must love each other. Ladies are supposed to be these beautiful butterflies, and they're kind to each other. They mustn't fly around on brooms and cackle and have big pots where frog eyes come to the bottom. Eye of toad and bum of newt. Yeah. So if you want to have awesome relationships, always make it about the other person as much as you possibly can. And if it hurts too much, just back away. It's kind of like a porcupine. Some people are porcupines, The closer you get to them, the more painful it is. And you say, okay, well, when I deal with that person, I need mitts. Most men who marry women have to put on mitts. A lot of women have to put on mitts with men that they marry as well. But, like ladies tend to be a little bit challenging at times, for men. Because, you know that men don't really understand women that well? They look at a girl and they go, ooh, that's nice. And then the girl starts talking and being angry to them and stuff. And they what's going on? Why are you so angry? And then some lady's like, because you earned it. But if you practice on each other, if you practice being nice to each other, it's like men. I tell men, as much as you can, practice being mature when you hang out with each other. Practice not getting angry, because then when your wife is going through ups and downs, then you'll be able to maintain your cool. So it's good to practice maintaining your cool on your friends. It's good to practice. But anyway, I don't know, is that not an answer, Sherry? Did it help your question? Did anybody learn from that one? It's like, I'm not sure. I wouldn't like that answer very much. So Denise, what's your question? Denise doesn't have a question. Yes. What's your name? Lerato. Oh. Say that again. If you want to have good friends, how do you make good friends? Oh, That's a very good question. You have to become a friend farmer. So you treat it like you're farming. So has Mama Nelly taught you guys how to do like little gardens yet? Okay, so farming is very simple, but it takes a long time. So you clean the soil, then you put a seed in, then you water the seed, then it grows, and you keep pulling up the weeds around the seed, and then you protect it, and you cover it in winter, and then it grows, and you look after it, and then it grows, and then eventually the tree will give you some fruit. So if you want to create good friends, if you want to attract good friends, what you have to do is you have to make sure that when you speak and when you act, so first you're cleaning the soil. So you're cleaning the soil. So you first look at your own behavior. Say, okay, what do I do that might be horrible for good people? And this is something very important. Good people have options. Everybody say, good people have options. So good people, everybody wants to hang out with them. Everybody likes them. Everybody, like literally everybody wants to hang around good people. I love, and you know what I mean by good people? It's people who are kind, who, they'll quickly, if you don't even have to look thirsty, they'll say, are you thirsty? Can I make you some coffee? Can I get you some water? You know, people like that. Who knows people like that? They're always just fussing over you and care. Now, those people are, wow, they never fight. They never argue. It's like Tino. Everybody knows Tino, yeah? He's like quick, like Mr. Nasson. Mr. Nasson is like, hey, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey? Yeah, he's like, he's always busy doing awesome things. He'll like offer, like there's people who just naturally, hang on, I'm just busy. There's just people who are naturally awesome. So you've got to make sure that you've got nothing that you do or say that will hurt those kind of people, because you're thinking, okay, that's the kind of people you want in your life, hey? People who are worried about you and they're really, really cool friends. So you make sure that there's no weeds in your garden. There's no weeds in the soil of your life. What are those weeds? Those weeds are, don't gossip about other people. Don't bully people. Don't tease people. Don't say horrible things about people, because good people will stand and listen to you, and then they'll go, if they're going to talk about other people like that, they'll talk about me like that. Because good people usually have a lot of wisdom. Kind people usually got a lot of wisdom. So they say, So Leratu comes and says, that Sherry, she bada bada boo, bada bada ba, bada 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 boo, bada bada boo, right? And then, so there was like this couple that came here. I don't know who was there when I took that lady on. They came here. Were you there when she said, I was at that church and they did this and this and this? And Mavis, what did I say? Can you remember? Yes. Yeah, immediately. That lady was like, and that church did this and that pastor did that. And I said, whoa. You want us to help you? That church is helping you and you talk about them like that. You're definitely going to talk about us like that. And then her eyes were like this. And her husband was like, couldn't believe it. Because I say it immediately when people come to me. So let's say someone comes to me and says, Veronica's such a two-faced. She acts so holy in front of everybody, but we all know who she really is. And then I look at that person and I'm like, that person is going to talk about me like that if I help them at all. This is a dangerous human being. So you want to take the weeds out, because good people have options. They've got more experience than you do hanging out with folks, and they know you might be dangerous. And often they'll just pull back. So you clean all the weeds out of yourself, like you would if you're going to plant a seed, and then the seed is the seed of the relationship, and you do something small for that person. You say, wow, I really love the way you're so kind to everybody. Be complimenting. I love the way you're so kind to everybody and you help everybody all the time. That's the seed. And then that person might start hanging out with you if you're lucky. And then you're like, okay, wow, Veronica is willing to hang out with me, or you could say, wow, Leratu is willing to hang out with me. And then you protect that relationship. You watch that tree grow. You don't say nasty stuff to that person ever. You don't say nasty stuff about that person ever. If you slip up, you immediately go back, I am so sorry, I should never have said that. Like, really, You protect that relationship with all your heart. Because here's one of the horrible truths about life. Everybody always finds out what you said behind their back. Has anybody noticed that? Always. The Bible says whatever is in the darkness will inevitably come out in the light. Yeah. So you pretend that you're farming friends. And here's something cool that happens. As you become awesome for that person, you won't even realize it, but you're becoming attractive to more good people. Now, other people look at you and say, oh, Sherry's so awesome. Because now you're being awesome for Veronica or for Leratu or for Denise or whatever. You've now started becoming awesome for that person because you're scared you're going to lose them. Because I promise you, you just need to say one bad thing about someone and they won't even tell you that you hurt them. They just suddenly don't want to talk to you anymore. Has anybody been in a relationship where suddenly someone just doesn't want to talk to you anymore? They just, where someone just kind of avoids you, you just notice, where did they go? And it's often you said something to hurt them, or you said something about them and it got to them, or someone made up a lie and told them what you said about them, and it's fake. But people are so sensitive that if you don't constantly protect them, if someone goes quiet on me, then I'll usually ask, I'll say, is it something I said or did? Are you okay? Did someone come to you and say something? Because I really value our friendship, and then sometimes those people are so hurt, even if it's a lie, that they just don't want any kind of reconciliation. So you protect those relationships with all your heart. You really learn to say, okay, right now, I got to, and when those little weeds in your own personality grows, you pluck up those weeds, that selfishness, that accusation, that expectation, you pluck it up out of your own life. And then you say, I am going to be a reward to that person. That's my goal with people. I want to be a reward to them, a blessing to them. I'm not in a relationship so that you can serve me. I'm in a relationship to serve you and love you and take care of you and bless you, because I know whatever I sow, I will reap. You see, so the best way to attract wonderful people, Leratu, is to be a wonderful person. Because then good people will feel safe. And you know what else will happen? Powerful people will also be impressed with you. When powerful people are impressed with you, they make your dreams come true. What do you think powerful people are looking for? When you see someone is like blessed and they do nothing, what do you think powerful people look for? They're looking for friends. They're looking for places where their heart is safe, because most powerful people are surrounded by leeches, fake people who just want them for what they can do for them. See, so when you go into that relationship and it's all about that person, if they abuse it, then you just step back. Is that good? Okay, cool. Anybody else got a question? We can do one more. You guys tired now? 36 minutes in. And are you ready for 3 hours tomorrow? No. All those who say no, put up your hand. Pastor Dan's elbow went up. He's like half. All those, who's ready for 3 hours tomorrow morning? 9 till 12. What? The gift is ready. If you take the banana out of the tree and you peel the banana nicely, then you bite the banana with your teeth. And you say, banana, banana, the banana. Sing, nice banana, yummy banana. I eat banana, this nice banana. I like bananas. Whew, this nice banana. You know the part? Banana, banana, hey, say banana, banana, hey, say banana, banana, hey, say banana, banana, hey, banana, banana, hey, say banana, banana, hey. Okay, so what you got to do is you come on stage because the microphone's up here, and we're gonna sing for everybody who's listening live a banana song. Okay, come. Where's my big choir here? Okay. Okay. This is a very spiritual song here. Oh, you must keep the same setting on your guitar because on the live thing it takes over. Okay, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, so it goes. When you see the banana in the tree, you peel the banana nicely. Then you bite the banana with your teeth. Yummy banana. Banana. Hey, we sing banana. We sing banana. We sing banana. Hey, banana. Hey, we sing banana. We sing banana. Yummy banana. Oh, banana, banana. Hey, 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 banana. Are you ready for double time? It goes now. Banana, 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 banana. Hey, 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 banana, banana. Banana, hey. Are we going to do shaky, shaky, bum bum? We don't have our drummer, but I guess left ear, that nice tunk, 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 tunk. I don't know. What have we got there, Dr. Money? What have you got something? Everyone who's listening is like, this is the most unspiritual bunch of heathens. Hey. Shaky, shaky. Shame all of us missing out on a song. How's it go? Shaky, shaky, bum, bum, shaky. Rubby, rubby, tum, tum. Jumpy, jumpy, run, run. Yeah. A shaky, 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 bum, bum. A shaky, 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 bum, bum. A rubby, 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 tum, tum. A shaky, 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 run, run. Yes. A shaky, 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 bum, bum. Woo. A shaky, 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 bum. We have to do like a TikTok thing with this. No, awesome. Okay, well, love you, everybody all around the world. We love you. That's Friday. Bye. Love you. Love you. I wrote that heathen song for my 3-year-old, but it turns out the teenagers like it more. I can imagine what it'll be like on TikTok. I'll do like a nice pro version for you guys. Love you, everybody. Boy!